I'm Monica. I am the Junior Social Operations Manager in the Customer Engagement team at AirUp. What we do at AirUp is we make water bottles like this one. You can see it if it doesn't disappear. Yeah. Where we flavor water through scent alone. What community managers do is closely monitor the sentiment on social. So when positive sentiment is high, we are happy. And we also try to improve the sentiment around the brand. And we do that on social media and review platforms like Trustpilot, turning the audience into fans of AirUp. And right now we use TextPlace, which allows us to use, for example, these drop-down menus, randomizers, also now AI Snippets, which is really useful for us. And this way we can really personalize the replies that we send to the customer. This is where TextPlace also comes in useful, because you are not always at your most creative point of the day. You cannot be 100% creative 24/7. So if you have TextPlace, you can use this AI, but also the randomizers to have jokes that you made earlier and just really tailor this to the customer. This saves already so much time, and this time we can use for these creative things that you really need like a human to do. You get to do more fun stuff and less boring stuff. And this is, I think, the whole purpose of automation. Because we save so much time with TextPlace, where we don't have to click, get the same reply that we already used 20 times. And we have these cool randomizers and the drop-down menus. And even just, it looks like a really small thing. But of course, as a flavor-centric company, we really use these fruit emojis a lot. Every time that we use a fruit emoji, you have to go to this little emoji menu. You have to search watermelon. You click on watermelon. The watermelon inserts. No, this takes too much time. And we do this, I think, hundreds of times per day, probably. So now you just type -fruit and you get a random fruit emoji. This saves already so much time. The first thing I always say to our new employees when I onboard them on TextPlace is it will be the last time that you ever type your email address. Because I always make as the first example /mail, and that's your email address. And just these things that you are always you're so annoyed that you have to type it again. You never have to be annoyed again. We have a daily stand-up like Scrum, but written form on Teams, and I made this randomizer that asks you a different question every day, because the team said it was really boring to fill out the same questions every day. And then if it's Friday, it says bonus Friday question. But you can really see how many hours you save. Divided by 8 is how many working days of your life you really saved using TextPlace. When a customer doesn't receive their order, you have to create a new one. And this is, of course, super boring because you have to do it a lot. And here you had to fill out some things like 100% discount because they already paid. So it would fill out 100% replacement and then tab enter. Then you have the social escalation one. This just pulls up a little form that you can fill out and it inserts it into our customer support database. And this is how we communicate with the customer support team. And I would recommend just thinking about what is boring or repetitive in your job and making snippets for this. And you can save so much time, letting TextPlace help you speed up these repetitive tasks. And you can then use your concentration and brain power and human creativity in that time that you saved instead. And in this time, you can really make a difference for your organization and your customers. Also a metaphor that I like to use, it's for the gamers. When you start a game and you just walk, and this is fast enough, and then you get a horse, and you are super fast. Then if you don't have a horse anymore, you are walking and it's so slow. And TextPlace is this horse. When you are if I'm on my personal browser where I'm not on there a lot, so I don't have that many snippets, and I have to type something, I'm just typing it is so boring.